and they should come and give it to you.
Okay. What I need,
So this is just one team, right?
yes.
So I must say E.
Okay. Can you switch it around? Because I'm assuming.
Oh, sorry.
But I'm like for people.
Did you follow this? Did you follow the schedule?
I did. So for me, it's south and west. So it's
Okay, so who's away?
it doesn't really matter. It's fine.
Gets shown first home, right?
So it's eastern region as home.
Yeah.
Southern region is
Yeah, there we go. I hadn't filled in that one yet. SR.
scroll down.
Should I just say south? Not
Yeah.
Okay, you happy?
And should we change? Cool. Do you think there's time to change colors?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how? It's fine. It's
Tell
fine.
me,
Instead
tell
of,
me,
do,
tell me.
do you want to do it? Or
Yes,
just,
let me do this because they do different stuff.
okay, so you just go to setup, color setup. So this, what you know, which is which. Okay, this one, right? Yeah.
So then,
So you sort of just change,
so that's going to be
away background and
okay. So that is going to become home is going to become blue. Why can't I have to change it here?
it's solid color.
I'm just going to do N. Do I save profile?
Yes, just click X. No. Just click X. Yo, it's so hard to.
That. Then no, now I don't know which one I just changed. Yeah, so now I must do away.
Oh, I see. You can just do this.
Yes, that's what.
Oh, because now that.
But
So
it's okay. So
just
I'm
change
on
one
home,
and then see which one changes.
and now I'm going to do this one. That's going to be yellow. And I say save profile.
Save at the bottom. Save.
Oh, it's red. Sorry.
It's really red.
Okay, and then I just click check it. Yes, Eastern Region, Southern Region.
Yes, cool. Save.
Save and yeah.
Submit changes.
Submit change. Oh. I clicked it, but nothing's happened.
Oh, that means it's locked in. The changes are locked in. So it
So
should
if I
be.
click it again, will it kill it?
It will not. So click it again just to make sure.
Yeah. And then how do I get the score back to 0?
It's a game. Red button.
Ooh.
We are back on. Okay, cool. Can you get to set it? Oh, your camera's already set up.
But I don't think it's on.
Can you actually set mine up?
Yep.
Switch it on and
easier.
turn it.
Yeah, good.
Switch it on. Almost. It's okay.
I do have this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this camera's good. Okay, I'm gonna work on this camera now. Absolutely. Good to have the bananas. Prevents crumbs. I think I'm going to set this camera up like set this camera up like closer to the game start because it might turn off. But I've got it ready to go.
Okay, cool.
Like, I don't know, like I'm just you're running it over, I already get like it's like
And I also said everything where people say, oh, it's the this shot. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah.
So did I ask you to watch
Gotcha. Wait,
Do you have setup or I must set up?
that?
What's this? Sorry, I also have like selection discussions to have. Go Luke, go! Go Luke, go! Luke, go Luke, go Luke, go! Oh, I'm looking at the other stream. This is your stream. Okay, so I must check the other stream. Oh, you're asking me to set up. Ah, check. Ah,
I'm missing one. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Luca.
Time I found myself in happiness.
My sixth grade crush looked exactly like
Sorry, Sanele.
Yo, Sanele. Hey, 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 hey.
What a good
Represents, boy.
dude.
Do it for the gold. Do it for the gold.
The next game. You don't need to worry about it. I know that I want to have it. You want to have it.
I like that.
Okay, so I can just ask about it for next game. Well, they are going to be
so this is
It's west against north. This is sorry, I said this is west. This is east against south.
but I'm saying it's okay, I just got the name.
That's fine. West is green.
Jake would do the good work. You're not going to see that anymore. Yeah, it's where, yeah, I saw the guys out. So it was like, no, we should bring him out.
That's what I was literally saying that with my eyes right now. Oh, that's me. Just got it. Wait,
That's your spot.
thanks. Thanks.
I haven't done that. And my mom's like, never wear that thing in my house. Ever.
She has a what?
Alright, I'm gonna. Can I take this thing off?
No.
Huh? Oh,
No.
but it's on.
Yes. Do you not want? You don't want it in front of you.
Saying that.
That's fine. See if you can turn it the other way. See if you can face it the other way. The camera is also off.
Yes, I know that.
Oh, okay.
I'm busy setting it up, so I want to just check what the video is. Yo, talking about dying. I can't put it. I can't attach that.
Ezile!
Okay.
So 2 seconds. Tell me when you're ready, Han.
Huh? Yeah, okay. I took the battery out.
Wait, charger first.
First.
No, sorry, I lied. Battery in,
Battery in.
charger.
How's it?
Good news.
Nice to see you.
Nice, Lenati, you made it. And? Nice. Okay. I literally just set up a stream. So, you thought you didn't stand a chance.
Fair. I thought we did a 1 and 2.
Did they score?
Yeah. Eastern region 1. Southern region 2.
Stop. The stream doesn't look like it's like pushing the stream. Does that make sense? So like
Do this. This is when you do your solution.
and copy the stream key. You're just copying the stream key, eh? Yeah?
Get
Yes. Yes. Oh, get stream key. Oh.
and then copy that stream key from that.
Gotcha. Thanks, Sabo. But now it's using the same. It's using the same stream key that you're using. See.
Ah, nice.
So I think that's what the problem is. Okay.
Go
now
and skip
it's-
your stream.
That's yeah. Must I get the stream key from YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, because if the stream isn't live, then
Yeah, I got it. I think I did the stream key the wrong way around. 1-0. And sick trade. It was so triggered. We're up. Okay. You're cooking. Oh, do you have the mic there?
Sorry about that technical difficulty.
Try two stream chats at the same time. So you're going to get updates from both streams. Chris is here, a great supporter, always asking questions. Thank you, Uncle Chris. And Fenmore to Logan. Call is on the line on the Eastern Region side. Logan unable to find Wayne in the end zone. Head over to the West versus North stream. Aiden Klein unfortunately turns it over, giving it to John T. Thompson. Shilabeko on the line. Oh, floaty throw. Lucy Shelley couldn't get that one. Jonty wastes no time in power position. It has the curve. Will it find the receiver? Oh, it does. In the end zone. Goodness gracious, what a finish. And that is how you attack on the counter attack. Absolutely devastating. Catching the northern region on the back foot. And with that, we'll move to the eastern versus southern region stream. Blue versus red over here. Wayne Armstrong on the disc. A push pass, good give and go from Robin Lee. Flows looking good here from the handlers. Wastes no time in power position. A smart catch from Liam just outside the end zone. Has work to do. Decides to go for a tough scuba that does the job in the end. A goal is a goal. It was a little bit of a heart and mouth moment, but it did the job. Eastern region 3-0 up against the southern region. And the northern region 2-1 down to the west. And the west just keeping the saying true of the best is in the west at the moment. Currently in the lead after a convincing victory against the southern region. And it's Petra Crawford who's been tasked with pulling. She brings out a very decent pull. That might just be past the brick mark. And that's my standard for a decent pull. That's all I really ask for. If you can get it past the brick mark, then it's better than just that's gone out. Lindell with a speculative throw, but it was to the right receiver. Null in power position, doesn't have the legs to pass by. Oh my, Peter Jan. What a catch. Oh, it's down. Oh, I really wanted that to be up. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted that to be up. Yes, Null in power position. I don't mind a throw. Oh. I don't mind a throw that is in power position. But yeah, I was really hoping that would have been.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
This is bad.
Yeah, something.
Cloth, a cloth. Just get cloths. Just get cloths.
Ideally not.
Yeah, hold on. Towels. Get all the towels. All the towels.
What else is wet? Everything.
I don't know. Okay, my notebook. That's sad. My bag is soaked.
Actually, can I just lift
What's disgusting? I thought this was the microphone. I just need some. This just needs to sit. Too simple. Oh, that could have been bad.
It's just like a surprise. I'll take
Justin. Exits. Yes, keep it out of the sun. What happened? Yes, it's alive. And we're back. And we're back. Apologies for the delay. We just had a bit of an incident. Brought to you by the St. Michael's AstroTurf that is behind us. So yeah, we just got our equipment out of the wet. Everything is okay. We're back at it. And the Western region are back at the dubs. Got themselves another goal here to make it 3-1. And we're here with Donnie Jacobs. Is Jacobs? Is it Jacobs? Not in Bloemfontein. So Donnie, part of the TOC, part of the Sun Gazers. This is the first tournament that Bloemfontein has hosted since 2015. Oh! Since 2015 Nationals. Tell us, what does it mean for Bloemfontein to host the inaugural, the first under 24 interregional tournament?
Thank you, Tsepo. I think it's a privilege for us to actually host a tournament in, 9 years? So we are very privileged and we can't wait for all the tournaments to come. And we're excited for the Wild Dogs team. I think there's so much potential. It's going to be difficult for you guys to pick a team. So, strong for that. What a team.
Just watching the Eastern region game here. And great D from Tando Koza.
Yeah, and thank you for the opportunity for us to host it in Bloem after all these years. It was a drought.
But just like an AstroTurf, there needed to be a little bit of rain. But with that said, your bid was a good bid. You did earn it. Having not just these fields, but looking at other fields. And you spoke about future tournaments to come. Are there any plans for hosting potential tournaments in future? I know that in your bid you mentioned that this could potentially be where the local team, the Sun Gazers that you play for, could play at. Tell us more about these plans.
Yeah, so I think it's quite nice to have it back in Bloem. That's quite central for all the teams. Like for traveling from anywhere in South Africa, it's easy to come here. and Bloemfontein is a nice place with nice fields, as you can see. We are actually planning to host the mixed regionals in Bloemfontein as well this year. So this field is definitely already booked, and then also we're gonna talk to St Andrews, that is the men's school of St Michael's. We're gonna get 2 fields there as well. So very excited for the Sungazers, as we only we as Sungazers are only operational for 2 years now, and it's nice for us that the frisbee community is supporting us in this whole venture.
No, very exciting, and from a wild dogs perspective, from a development perspective, what's very exciting is that you're speaking to schools to sort of host and potentially could even get, maybe not necessarily get schools team involved, but you're in the school space and getting in front of schools' eyes. Was that part of your plan all along, or was this just they have fields, we'll use fields?
I think me and my wife's passion is really young people, and we want to get the frisbee community in Bloemfontein very active. So we want to get involved with schools, especially the lady schools, because we need women in ultimate frisbee. We actually didn't know there's a hockey tournament happening behind us, so it's so good exposure for frisbee, especially at a young age. So hopefully a few people come to us and ask us a bit more about the frisbee and where they can get involved.
Now that's exactly the type of exposure that we want. Positive exposure, an auspicious occasion, and yeah, no, very very good to see. But talking about the ultimate here, the 4 teams on display: North, South, East, West. Is there a team that you're rooting for? A team that you're backing? A team that you're maybe afraid of? What are your assessments of the team so far?
Well, I think I'm gonna be biased if I say the northern region, because I'm in the northern region.
Yes.
But they are actually playing very well together.
Mm.
But the western region also, and even the eastern region, like everyone is just bringing the A game, and it's nice to see young talent, to where it can go. Like this is only the start of their careers, so the road is paved ahead of them.
The road is paved. Thank you, Donnie. If you want to keep chatting to me here while I'm on comms on the 2 streams, that can be. We can keep this going. But we're gonna move our chats to the field, and we're looking at the northern and western region game now. Even some volunteers getting involved. Something that the co-manager Hannah Sarakinski has brought from her world's experience is just the whistles for timekeeping, training volunteers to get that right, and scorekeeping as well, with diff regulations, or at least what we saw at Worlds when we were there. So yeah, it's very good to see how people are getting involved. And as you said, Donnie, for you, this is a passion, getting involved with the youth and getting or contributing to them.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see how they play. Like so much talent.
Mm.
Like they can do stuff that we at our age can't do anymore. But it's so exciting to see how they play together. A team that just like in the last few months had the privilege to train together, and they don't really know each other and how they play together, and just it's amazing.
No, that's definitely very exciting. Trying to emulate the provincial structures that we have in traditional sports. Me coming from or growing up in Pretoria, I would play for North Gauteng. Then there'd be like KZN Coastals, for example, etc., etc. Bloemfontein, even not Bloemfontein, Free State even had a team. And yeah, it's good. It's a good structure to emulate, because if you're playing for the national team, you're basically a team of people that haven't played together. You're in a team like in a country like South Africa. You're so far spread from around the country, so making it work as a in a new group is a good skill to have.
Yeah, I really think you need to be able to adapt. If you don't adapt, you'll like evaporate. So you have to move forward with your team. Like tomorrow, everyone is gonna be in different teams, so they must adapt again. So, and I think that is what a wild dog must be able to do. They have to adapt to situations. They can't let something get into their head. Like, let's say it's a new team, so I can't play well with them. Like, you have to be able to adapt and to change your game plan a little bit.
And that's what's going to get you to be the best, separates the best from the rest. As you see, Pieter Jan with a bladey forehand to Elizabeth Grobler. A beautiful connection to give the North 1 point in this, definitely in this game. On the left-hand side on field 1, the West versus the North. And on our right-hand side, we have the Southern region against the Eastern region. Timna sends a disc to the back, but to no receiver. And Wayne picks it up on the counter-attack. I don't know about you, Donnie. Actually, I do know because I played against you. But you're... One thing that you're dangerous at, or Sun Games are dangerous at, is that small move the disc, that quick. And I think the Eastern region could do with a little bit of that on the counter-attack, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like for us, and it's so difficult for one or two of our players to adapt, because you get people that like to swing the frisbee to keep it slow, steady, and then you get us as sun gazers that just goes through the middle and we dominate in the middle of the field. So yeah, I think some of the teams can definitely move the disc quicker through the middle of the field, but also with the wind coming from our back. You must also control the disc. You can't just play quick and then just have turnovers left, right, and center. So it's a good combination between the two.
Yeah, and I think that the key word there that you said is combination. You need to be a threat within the small spaces, like near quick passes, like within triangles, tiki taka, is what some would call it. And then you also have to have decent deep threats, like the goal that we saw here from the Northern region. There've been a bunch of these goals throughout the tournament, but you need to have a good balance of both, because if you only have one, then a team can sort of be like, oh, you can't pass far, we'll force you to pass far. So if you can pass far and work in the small space and you have a good balance of that, that's how you'll generate opportunities on either side of of the disc.
Yeah, you have to keep your opponents think what are they going to do next. You can't have something set and they know exactly what you're going to do and they can just force you to do that, like what you can't do. So no, that definitely makes sense. But I think there's so much talent. They move the disc around, and they also go through the middle and just scored. Like that was a quick, easy, short passes.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed from the Western region in their game against the Southern region, their handler movement is very good. They do well to get the disc from one side of the field to the other, without forcing it or jamming it up the line. And they do well to time those incisive forward moving passes, but also not force them to generate turnovers for the other team. So they do well to retain the disc, not turn it over, and become very difficult to beat in that way.
No, definitely. Andy from the Bunnies, he said something true one day. He said frisbee is very easy. It's only about catching and throwing the disc. So if you just keep that two principles in mind, it's easy. You don't have to force it. It's nice to throw up, but you don't have to force it. You can just go through and have solid passes.
A solid pass here, a similar goal we saw here for the Eastern region, and that's a little bit more of what I'm looking for from a playing from the back perspective. If there's space available in front of you and you're not the only person in that space, as in it's you and a teammate, that just needs to be moving. It can't stand still waiting for, hey, go in front of me so I can throw a cool throw. No, get the disc, keep it moving. Like, there must be zero stalls and the disc must just flow to the end zone. We see a good give and go here from Richard Skintner. And somehow Dean finds Moses.
Nice.
This is your boy, isn't it?
Yeah, Moses Schillebecker moving there at the back.
Good Bloemfontein representation here for the Sun Gazers.
yeah, Bryce is our third player. That's from Sungazers, and
Oh,
he's only 16 years old.
wow.
Yeah, so I think there's so much potential in the school sector.
And a great catch here from Elizabeth. And Sheila Beko is the one that's. Oh, wow. How did that go to 11? Sorry about that. We clicked the wrong button. A great pass from Sheila Beko to Elizabeth to get into the end zone. Worked it up properly, found the gap, and placed it very well. This is actually turning into a good game. The Northern region are actually quite a formidable team.
I think they quite impressed me.
Not going to lie, because obviously I'm from the Northern region myself, from Joburg. We did see the work that the Northern region have been putting in. Saw the effort that they've been putting in, all the practices that they've had, tried to connect. And the feeling from the camp wasn't the most confident. And maybe that was just a tactic. Just keep expectations low and just focus on the basics, and then see what happens. And what's happening is that they've won their first game against one of the favorites, the Eastern region, and now have a very important fixture against the Western region that they aren't rolling over in, which is a very good sign for the North.
No, definitely. The Western region is predominantly good team in the past. So for the Northern region to really come out guns blazing, just bringing it their all, like, it's so impressive to see.
And it's Kelly Paxson who passes this one to Luca Prince. Luca to John T. They love this connection, and just out of his hands. How was that, Donnie?
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like the connection there, and Jonty with his layouts. It's amazing to see. It's amazing, and it's nice to see it on this fields because it looks like a layout field. I just want to get out there, but with my ankle still in recovery, like I miss frisbee so much. Like I'm about to cry.
You know what? You couldn't play anyway because you're too old.
Yeah.
As you see, a great D from Laurie Ann. Good presence of mind. Good handler defense from her. And that definitely puts her in good stead on the defensive side for making the Wild Dogs. What a grab there. Is that Tian? Tian, let's press. Let's press into the end zone. He'll know what I'm saying. As we see a timeout. No, it's half time. Is it half time? Half time, Eastern region.
Can I connect?
Give me a second. Looks like there's a timeout here. Wait, let me actually check the score. Josh, score. Score. Oh, it's half time. I thought it was a timeout. Okay. Confirmed 8-0 is the score. Half time. 1 point at a time, guys. 1 point at a time. 1 point at a time. Okay. Gonna have to have some selector discussions. So excuse. Well, we'll leave the mics on and they'll capture some sound. But I'll be back shortly. Except for if Donnie wants to keep talking. Donnie. Okay, we'll say goodbye to Donnie. Dankie, Donnie. Dankie, meneer.
Is most of the audience Afrikaans? Then I can speak the whole day.
You know what? Please go in Afrikaans.
No.
Asseblief, ons is in Bloemfontein, Donnie. Asseblief. Okay. I'm coming back. That was tactical. I'm watching.
You guys know why a link on Spotify open up if I go through WhatsApp, and then it has to open a playlist.
Oh yes, I've struggled with the same thing. It's very weird.
Yeah. And my wife prefers one, so it's like 2 seconds. But I think yeah. Well, mine is also flat. Mine actually, when I use my watch and I'm active 7 days, let's say 5 days a week, then it holds for like 9 hours battery. But my wife's it's the same amount as it.
Okay, Western region. Working the disc up on the Western region, Northern region game. Kelly Paxson finds herself isolated on the sideline. Very chilled until that throw, a bit of a wide one. Luca found himself in a lot of space. Zone doing exactly what they want with these wide throws. And Western region obliging, doing well to find them. A little bit of tiki-taka there would have been great. But they're not forcing it in. Luca around to Chris to Sarah. And that was some textbook frisbee. Textbook frisbee. It's only 5-4. That's very good. Aiden Parker. Oh my word. What a take. In power position, she hits it anyway. Oh, but it wasn't in the right place for her receiver. That was some exciting stuff. Box office from Tamara. Robin Lee picks it up. A great initiating cut from Ethan King in power position. Sees Kezia in the deep, makes no mistake to lock it in. Textbook stuff here. The tunes from Donnie coming in. Classic Foo Fighters. Check score for me.
This
Having a look at the Western region, Northern region game. Lindell to Dean. They've been combining very well, and Dean sees Elizabeth in some open space. Will the disc hang long enough? Oh, and Null finds his way there. Yeah, Null in the deep zone. Proper deep threat. Definitely keeps the scoreboard ticking for his team. It looks like the the game is tied up. Score 5-5. Could you find me the score if you don't mind? We did that.
Yeah, 11-0.
Yes, Paka. Good to see you. Badai. The Don!
Is everything recovered from the...
Everything is running smoothly. Thank you very much, Mr. Pox. Pox and Rick.
Not as much chaos?
No, none.
Is it too loud?
No, that's actually perfect. If you want to put it up, you can.
Okay.
Is there any way you can put it up? But like,
If you have these for me.
we're using it.
What's there?
If they're...
Yeah, I can pump it.
Yeah, from there. Looking at the Eastern Region, Southern Region game. 11-0 up are the Eastern Region. Good following of the disc from Robin in power position. Textbook finishing. To make it 12. Big pull. Oh, sorry. Big pull from Dean Zartman. And good fielding of the pull from Luca. Great fake from Kelly Paxson. Oh, is that PG? No, that's Dean once again. Dean with a D. Had a foot block in his last game against the Eastern Region. Oh, Blady to Linda. Will she pick it up? Overcooked. But oh my goodness. Oh my word. What a catch. Is that Ivan? Oh, Reckling. The Energizer Bunny. I'm not going to lie. These Potch boys in the deep are pretty exciting. God. Score. Okay. I don't know why the scoreboard does this, but can you see how the West is on the left? It gets pretty confusing. Maybe it's the free version. Maybe the... Wait, let us look at you. Wait. The camera's coming to you, John T. Oh. Oh, such a nice guy, John T. Thanks, bro. So looking at the Northern Region, Western Region game, Dean pulls that again. Watch him chase his own pull. Love to see the hunger already there in the pool, or the pool, and he's in the cup. Big pressure on that throw. A good break throw from Emma LaRue. Competent hands. Well done, Cam Guard, just moving the disc around. Oh, incisive throw. Finds the gap here. And they do well to keep the disc moving. Series 27. I thought it was Emma. Oh, it's the caps. This does make it hard. Good stuff from the Western Region. A very good incisive throw. It was either Emma or Sarah. Sarah Levin. Also hailing from Stellenbosch. Exciting young prospect. And the Southern Region get us underway here. Fielding the pool is Angel from UFH. Oh, unlucky from Ruan Kukamur. The zone doing exactly what they want. And Logan does well to pick that up. That could have formed a little bit faster, but the job done in the end. Oh, I've been using the wrong microphone. Pause. Been using the wrong mic. You guys can probably hear me a little bit better now. Let's have a look on the stream. Northern Region have the disc. Lindell gets it from Lucy Shelley. Looking for a reset. Elizabeth obliges in power position. No one looking on the inside. No option clear. But Khunse, the Wits man, the Wits representative, there is always one. Unfortunately, unable to connect there with Lindell. Kelly Paxson on the disc. Power position. Waste no time. To the Klein. And look at the boy, Jonty. Great vibes. Great vibes from the kiddo. Indeed. That was the cameraman, Tepo. The coolest Tepo in the business. Just a shout out to the camera crew. Tepo is on the Western Region, Northern Region stream. He's on field 1 at the moment. Tepo wave. Oh, there he is. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the efforts. Responsible for a lot of the streams that you see here on SAFTA. And if you are watching the Eastern Region, Southern Region stream, the co-manager herself, Hannah Sarakinski, is on the camera there. Shout outs to the Hanager. No, don't call her Hanager. I've been threatened with violence.
Did you put on the screen? I know I gave a score to this chat. It's 13.
Thank you.
Just check it.
Thanks.
You remember I couldn't try out the last time? I think I retore my meniscus in the first game. The prep was tons of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna stay positive. Yeah.
That's why we love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm probably out of the campaign now, but I'm happy to help out with that.
But you're on the groups. So
Yeah. Thank you.
Ivan makes himself available down the line to Moses. Oh, what a catch! Great movement here from the north to get it in the end zone. Pretty fun, pretty exciting. Something about power position just gets me going. It's provocative. But we're not going to France. Southern Region working the disc up here against the Eastern Region. We've corrected our score, thank you. No, we haven't actually. But Nick Foxon from the Southern Region has informed me that it's 13-1 at the moment. They have the disc on the side now. Oh, it's been turned over. My mistake. Eastern Region have it. Bianca Arons. Stolhord for the Donkeys. Good power position set up. Jaden in the end zone and just behind his receiver. Just behind his receiver. And Sam Combrink's got the goods. Very floaty. Will it be taken down? Oh, Mihle straight to Wayne. Good anticipation. This time Jaden makes no mistake. And Captain Rob Rebecca wraps up the game here for the Eastern region. (15-1) is the final score between the Eastern region and the Southern region. A good effort from the Southern region, but no match for the East, the beast from the East. But that sets up a key fixture between the East and the West in the third round. A must-win game for the East. But speaking of the West, we're going to move to the Western region stream. Thank you very much for watching. A hammer from Luca looking for Eloise. But there's a big null in the end zone. Never forget about Big Null in the end zone. He'll punish. He'll punish.
Well, if people must really start eating bananas and apples. I'm thinking. Sorry, Martha.
Yes.
But I'm thinking, imagine we put up the bread and everything there under the gazebo there.
Sure. I'm happy with
Because then
that.
it's like the faces,
Mm.
they can eat,
Then they don't have to come all the way here.
and then stand here till while the mic is maybe on.
I like that. That's not.
I think I must plan myself.
Zodman on the disc, looking up line. Oh, and Datesman couldn't pick it up. Great poach D. Good anticipation from Luca, reading the game quite well. Luke Pula looking for the hammer and finds Tian at the front of the end zone. Western region doing well to generate options all over the end zone. Not quite a stack, but did well to split the defense in the end zone. That's good to see. What you normally or what I normally anticipate is for a stack from especially the Western region. I'll go confirm score as well.
Paul? Oh, sorry, this is ER and F. Yeah. So do you make the milk tart filling, like as normal, and then just put in the milk?
Yeah. But it's nice. Yeah, that's our specialty. Like the people really come for that. We also put it in like crust, so then it's just normal water. But yeah, the water pancakes are quite popular.
Like I said, I'm very full.
Yeah, like I can only eat one water pancake, then I'm like full.
Yeah, it's very good. It's delicious. Yo.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very high.
Oh my word! Conservation of greatness. Bruh, the score that they gave us was so wrong. That's 12-7. Hey. Round the sub. Super sub. Let's go, let's go. Yay! The other Tim was behind the camera and the mic. Classic. It's looking very interesting here. Foul call. Northern region with an opportunity to get the disc back. Zartman looking for some options downfield. Null obliges. Will he get over? Oh, Jonty plays big against the classic big boy. A good contest between the two. Oh, good pat on the back there. Good spurts. And Emma LaRue going to pick the disc up. 16. Emmerke on the back of her shirt. For those not familiar with the Afrikaans language, that means a small bucket. Because she scores a bucket load of points. Oh, and she assists them as well. Looking for a deep option here. But you have to remember, null in the deep. You have to remember. Null to Lucy Shelley. Representing from Covent Garden. And null in the deep once again. It's the Jonty null matchup. Who comes out on top? It's Jonty again. Oh, and he did the small celebration to null. Oh, wow. Not the most spirited, but I mean, vibes, I guess. Captain Klein on the disc. A bit of a legacy frizz buddy. Got himself a sibling in the game, and oh, that one just dropped by Luca. Just that's outside in angle, just going away from the receiver. Tough to catch, but a viable option from the stack. Option at the back, at the front. Voss Price looks for the ball back to Shilabeko. Shilabeko looking for the give and go. Dean obliges. A power fake there from Sheila. And Northern Region doing well to creep the disc up. Lucy Shelley. Aiden Klein, a good mark. Handler mark, understanding that she's probably going to pass it back. A hammer this time to Null. Oh, and that one is just too far. Just too far. Maybe just getting a little eager to get this disc to the end zone. But I guess the name of the game is try to get it to your best receiver. Luca Prince. Too deep. And looks like it's just the battle of the big boys now.
Yeah.
Let's just throw it to our big guys. We're going to need a little bit more intellectual frisbee now. Sheila Becker on the disc on the sideline. No good options coming. So Lindell. Oh, who was that? Was that Emma? Could be with the peak visor. And a great finish here. Henry van Staden, who's actually moving to Limpopo after this. Got himself an interesting gig there. Western Region get themselves another score. Keep it ticking to 13. I believe Honey Badger Conservation. He'll give you more details, but for those of you who don't know, the senior mixed division team is the Honey Badger. So Maybe it's destiny. Who knows? He'd hope so.
It's so okay, me and Dad's quickly going to go fetch water. So when the games are done, that there's cold water.
Very, very comfortable lead here for the Western region. Making it hard to fight. The West is the best tag. And Pietra on the disc again. Designated puller. Has been doing a good job so far. I've been seeing a regular stream of discs getting to and beyond the brick mark. Good enough in my book. And that one just at the brick mark. But the Western region have done well to arrive there. Moses, a great take. Good give and go to set up Ivan in power position. Good angle on that throw. Moses looking for an option. Oh! Almost an incredible take from Carly Sneeman on the far side there. Active member of the Tux Ultimate Frisbee community. Kelly Paxton in power position. She doesn't waste time. And Eloise just couldn't find her footing to adjust for that throw, just going over her head. Those outside in throws, very tempting to make that down the line. Trying to get it in front of your receiver because it looks so cool. You're like Kevin De Bruyne. But sometimes you need to throw it into the space and make a nice leading pass that your receiver can just run onto. But I like the look from power position. The look was on. The option was a good one. Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh, but it's back. It's back in Rettling's hands. On the forehand, sets it up for Ivan. Moses Bome on the side. Looking for a centering pass. And he gets it from Larica. Potch to potch connection as Reckling gets it. Mark Codd from Pretoria gets on it. Northern region doing well to keep the disc moving. We had an interesting conversation with Jason Gard, the coach of the Western region team. Just discussing how you don't want to get lost in too much movement without incisive passes. There were two incisive passes. The first came off and the second didn't, as the Western region take a tactical timeout here while they're on the disc. It's a beautiful day in beautiful Bloemfontein. I love myself some South African summers. Me personally, I'm from the Highveld. But looks like we have a similar rainfall. We're in a similar rainfall region to the Bloemfontein area. Get yourself beautiful clouds on a warm sunny day after a lot of rain in the morning. That just feels good, man. Just feels right. I know it doesn't rain the same in the west. Sorry, in the south. Is that how they talk in the south? No, the south. From Australia, New Zealand. But yes, a beautiful day. Sun's out. A few clouds there just to keep the sun at bay. But hey, the sun is actually cooking at the moment. There's a pink man in green getting some water. Water's on its way. The atmosphere is lekker. Lekker. As everyone's stacking, everyone high-fiving. Smiles all round here. Smiles all round. Just having a good time. Good event. Okay, timeout's over. And Kelly Paxton is on the disc. Looks like the Western region setting up a little bit of a hoe stack. Tian in power position. Pietra with a deep run. Or deep fake run. Comes under Eloise. Good give and go. Oh boy, does Luke Pooler love his forehands. That one coming off. Good communication from Thomas Viecha. Oh, how low was that? Low release. To be fair, Kelly Paxton is very close to the ground. But you've got to work with what you got. Reminds me of another former under-24 player. Mauro Borragero. You can actually watch his Wild Dogs chat on the Wild Dogs channel. That one overcooked. Ivan, make sure that that is a turnover. But yeah, speaking of Mauro, a small in stature, the low release throws come out on the rig. Difficult to get to sometimes. Yes, Moses would have liked Shantae just to follow that pass after she moved it forward. Allows it to just clear the space and just look a little bit more threatening after releasing the disc. Disc moving forward now by Larica and Lucy. Ivan throwing himself around, making sure this one is Beatty. He's looking for Moses. It's going to be an interesting matchup. And Moses comes down with it. Oh, and Coach Jay Lee, very, very excited, very ecstatic, as he should be. Actually played with Moses and the Sun Gazers in the last Nationals. So that's very nice to see. Good to see these connections. Good to see these connections coming from Nationals and just leading over into the interregional tournaments. The sun has been baking us.
Do we know where they're selling the discs?
Hmm?
Are you guys selling the discs here?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Sheesh. Why not? Ah, no, it's fine. Hey.
Where's Lara today? Where's Lara?
She said she couldn't come.
Oh, well.
I really wanted her to get some footage.
Yeah.
Just on the socials, but she said she was unavailable. About score?
I can't hurry. You guys had a bar.
Have a seat. crunching.
This guy said something stupid. That's what I thought.
Northern region still wants some action. Good goal. Getting to 10. Big pull from John T. Thompson. Lindell fields it, gets it to Dean Zarman. And John T. anticipates and attacks. There's a called by looks like it's been tested. Goes back to throw. Any pack on the disc. Lundell with the back. Oh, and what an by entire game. Great excitement. No, it's fine. Celebrates and quick to the handshake line. And that wraps up the game here between the West and the North. 15-8 is the score. Thank you very much for watching. We have one more game today until we wrap up.